This is the Aeration Report by Nathan Gottslig, voiceover by Nathan Gottslig, edited by Nathan Gottslig. So here's our Toro Procore 648. That's the key, how to turn it on. This is the spacing between punches. We had it at 2.5 for this trial, and that's travel mode. That button here resets it. We had a little bit of an issue, so I'll talk about that in a second. Use that button. This is the depth. We had it at F, which is about 2 inches, a little bit more. 3-inch tines, very small, solid tines. It's park brake, and then turning it on, up, down, very easy machine. I like this machine a lot. There she is. So yeah, there's our tines, 3-inch tines. Here I am taking it out, trying to just get a read of how it's running. We haven't pulled it out in a few months, so just making sure everything's working. And actually, when I did do that, push down there to get the thing going, to engage it, and it actually ended up not penetrating the ground. It was kind of just riding along the surface. So I did whatever this passed, and I couldn't really tell, but it didn't look like it was doing anything. So pulling it up there, I ended up just pressing that reset button, and it kind of fixed everything, put it all in the position that we wanted. So that was nice, just a quick easy fix. And then actually brought it out here to the areas that we wanted to aerate and had it working. So we're kind of focusing on those more damaged areas right now. We didn't have enough people to do the whole course, so I just took it out by myself, top dressed, brushed, aerated the whole thing by myself. And here I'm just checking the depth of how deep those tines actually went in. So using just a little flag, a ruler, checking, and went about 2.5 inches in, what I was looking for. So yeah, here's like the areas on the green that we're focusing on. Just some winter kill and trying to recover these spots. So aerating, top dressing, letting those spots breathe, creating channels for grass to grow in. And here's what it looked like after I aerated. Very small, not a whole lot, targeting those bad areas and trying to create some channels for grass to grow. And so after we top dress and aerate, we roll. We find this helps with recovery, smoothing out those areas, and in a few days you can barely even tell that we did anything. And that's kind of what it looks like after we top dress it. Maybe could have used a little bit more sand. I'm sure we'll go out there and fill in those spots a little better. Here I'm doing a compaction test. So this is kind of just the Ukrainian way of doing it, but you can see I had a little bit of trouble putting that in, and then going over to the side where it was aerated, it felt a lot easier. The compaction was a lot more even there. Look at that, I had to put all my weight on it just to get it down to that little rust mark I was using, and then go over to the aerated spot and kind of just sinks in a little bit easier. Didn't have to push in so hard. And then this is an infiltration test. So this was before we aerated. You can see it's taken a little bit of time for that water to soak in. 200 mils we used, and it took 5 minutes and 20 seconds. And then this is after we aerated and top dressed. It was quite a bit quicker. It was only 3 minutes and 30 seconds it took. So here are the results. You can see in an hour, if we didn't aerate, our greens could drain 2.25 liters of water, and then after we aerated, it could drain 3.43 liters of water in an hour. So quite a big difference. Happy with that. Pretty cool to see that. Learned something new there. And so in conclusion, just aerating, relieving compaction, allowing more oxygen to enter, improving drainage, creating channels for fertilization. So we're going to go fertilize here soon, whenever the weather stops. It's actually raining as we speak right now, shocker, and it's crazy windy here in Mundare. So hoping next week on Monday we'll be able to punch all of our greens and then get some fertilizer in on those greens. So yeah, excited to see that happen. Learning something new there. In the future, I see us doing this a little more often. Right now it's just hard because of weather and the lack of staff that we've had right now. So we try to do it every few weeks on our greens and tees, but actually haven't gotten to do it on tees yet, and only once on the greens so far this year. That's been kind of annoying, but in the future definitely plan on doing it a little bit more, seeing those damaged areas recover a little bit better with it, and then allowing the greens to breathe a little bit, getting more oxygen in those channels. That was something this year that we're focused on just because of how wet it's been. But that's all I got. Thank you for listening, and hope you enjoyed. Bye.